Hi everyone, welcome to the Halloween special on the channel. So this is going to be a timeless pick a card reading. It's the first pick a card reading I've done on the channel, and to be honest, I've kind of debated from the start if it was something that I wanted to do. So yep, I gave in today. I've also been wanting to do a reading called What is Your Magic for ages, so I just kind of thought Halloween magic, yep, makes sense, doesn't it? So as I said, it's going to be a timeless reading, and when we talk about your magic, I'm referring to any gifts you have. So it could be spiritual gifts, it could be talents, like it could be artistic talents, skills, any abilities that you have. Again, that could be spiritual, non-spiritual, and what you consider to be your superpower, again, whether it is something spiritual or not. So feel free to share in the comments if you are doing anything for Halloween or have done anything for Halloween. I mean, I know for anyone who's from the UK viewing this video, it's coming a bit late. I had decided, I think it was just this morning, that I was going to do the video, but I did have some other priorities that I needed to take care of, and unfortunately that took up the majority of my day, but it is what it is. So as I say, it's a timeless reading. You can come back to this at any time. So for myself personally, in terms of Halloween, I think the only time I've ever been able to do anything for it was probably 5 years ago or so. But unfortunately, the person that I was going to an event with, they were very, very, very late, like hours late. So yeah, we kind of missed everything, and I ended up walking around a train station dressed as a cat goddess in the freezing cold for hours on my own. So that was fun. But yeah, anyway, let's get on with this reading. So look at the cards in front of you, and I will put a list of the decks I'm using today in the description box below the video. Look at all of the cards, the sets of cards. We've got 3 sets of cards. We've got 3 different objects in front of them, and just sort of take a moment to decide what resonates with you. What do you feel connected to? So we have a Selenite Wand here. That's set of cards number 1. We have an Angelite Egg for set of cards number 2, and we have a crystal ball for set of cards number 3. So just take some time, see what resonates with you, and then I will get into the individual readings. And I have to say, whenever I watch pick a card readings, I just watch all of them, to be honest. Mentally at the beginning I'll decide what I feel drawn to, but then I'll just watch all of them. So it's up to you. You can choose one and watch it, you can choose 2, you can choose all of them, do it however you want. But as I say, it's timeless. So let's find out what your magic is. So for those of you who picked the first set of cards, which was with the Selenite Wand, I pre-shuffled everything in advance, and I've tried not to look at the cards, so I'm not really sure what's going to come out. But let's see what your magic is, what your gift is. So the first card we have is air magic. Okay, so some of you may be air signs, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius within this set. We also have altar, dedication. We have Herbal Kitchen, Alchemist, and we have the Hanged Man. That doesn't surprise me for air, because air is about thoughts, isn't it? So you can have I don't know how well you can see this, because I know everything's a bit further away than usual, but I will do my best. And I'm contemplating, do I need more lighting in this room? I may need more lighting, so bear with me. So that's the dedication card. Here is the Herbal Kitchen card, and here is the Hanged Man card. And I actually think I'm going to get more lighting, so give me 1 second. So hopefully that's slightly better for you. I'm not sure how much better that is. I mean, it is evening here in the UK, and I've got the camera's further away today because I've got all the candles, I've got extra candles and everything. Actually, I usually go for a minimalist look, but I quite like the extra stuff on here. Let's read these messages from these oracle decks and see what they say for us. So let's look at the air magic card first of all. And this book has a really strange index, so give me a minute. Right, so, and it's number 44 in the book. I don't know if that's relevant to anybody, or the number 5. It's number 5. So it says, without air, there is no life, but unlike the earth element, which is solid and obvious, the element of air is more ephemeral and harder to visualize. You cannot, after all, hold a chunk of air in your hands the way you can a rock. So we often use something else to symbolize it. like a feather or incense, but that doesn't make it any less vital an element than earth or any less powerful. As anyone who has ever lived through a hurricane will tell you, embrace the power of air with every breath and send your appreciation out on the breeze. So it gives an action here. It says there is a simple way to connect with the magic of air, and you do it all the time. Breathing. But instead of breathing without conscious effort, take a few moments to sit and really be aware of the air moving in and out of your lungs. Feel the power you draw in with every breath and the cleansing that carries away what you don't need as you exhale. If you want, visualize the breath coming in as one color, yellow for instance, and the breath going out as another, grey, as it wafts away negativity. Be sure to say thank you to the element for its gifts. Right, so as a divination message, it says this card is telling you to do something magical connected to air. You can do the breathing exercise above or stand outside in the wind as you mindfully connect to the power of air. If you have been struggling with health or emotional issues, light a sage smudge stick and let the air waft away negativity and illness. And then for magic, for anyone that does practice magic, it says to make a magical connection with air, light a white or yellow candle. If you like, you can place a feather in front of it to symbolize the element. Then light either incense or a sage smudge stick and blow on it. Or if you can be outside, let the breeze do the job for you. Watch the patterns the smoke makes as it rises. Can you see anything in the smoke the way you see shapes in the clouds? Let the smoke waft around you, magically connecting you to the element. So if you're not an air sign, and even if you are an air sign, it may just be that you do have an ability to do something relating to air. So let's look at this altar card next, dedication, and see what that says. So it says, now is the time to gather all the tools you have obtained along your way, including that which you have learned and experienced, and bring them to the table. For you now have the vital ingredients you need to bring about the magic you require. The sacred space that is the altar has presented itself to you, so now is the time for you to realize where your allegiance truly lies. Remove any tendencies for favoring flaky indecision so that you can bear your soul in truth and dedication to that which flows through your veins and sings strong in your heart. Decide upon your path carefully and wisely and make a full commitment to that which you choose. The follow through by means of dedication to your choice. Then follow through by means of dedication to your choice. Create an altar, offer up prayers and thanksgiving to strengthen your relationship with your allies. And prayers that I really feel like there could be some air signs watching this, because prayers are, I mean, yes, it can be considered a form of manifestation, but it's thoughts, isn't it? Prayers are thoughts. So there really is a sense of air, strong sense of air here. So do I need to read anything else in here? I think I will leave that one there. Yeah, we'll leave that one there and we'll look at the herbal kitchen message next. So this one says, you have a natural affinity with all kinds of plants and herbs. Experimental cooking, making potions and plant medicine has always excited you. And you feel a witchy air, keeps on mentioning air, doesn't it, about you as you add in carefully selected ingredients for your magical elixirs. Herbal Kitchen delights in confirming that you indeed are a natural kitchen witch. You have a strong connection with the element of earth and, of course, the plant kingdom. You are being called to step up and take your alchemistic abilities to the next level. Draw on your inner wisdom to work with plants and herbs to assist you in your spell work. Look into making alternative or natural remedies and healing sprays, as well as delicious meals that you can tempt your family and friends with. The kitchen is where you belong and feel most at home. Take time to cook up a storm. So there could be an earth element here as well. So if you're not an earth sign, then you may have earth in your chart, or you can be an air sign that likes to cook. That could be a talent that you have as well. Or again, you may do a practice that involves cooking and creating formulation, stuff like that. So let's look at this hanged. We've got the hanged man there. We don't need to look at the hanged man. As I said, I do feel the hanged man would connect to air because that is about thoughts. It is a spiritual card, but it's about going inwards as well. So what is your gift? I feel like the air part is more to do with being an air sign, to be honest. And that can go towards your abilities as well, can't it? If you're a strong thinker and communicator, then that is a gift in itself. So let's look at some specific questions I have here, and then we can answer will be able to answer things more thoroughly. So I would say a deep thinker potentially comes in here, and you put that to use in whatever you're doing, whether it is some kind of magic, cooking, whatever it is, you think things through properly. So let's get some clarifiers here. And the first question I have specifically is, how can you use this gift for yourself? I'm just thinking with the alchemy card and the dedication card, it may be that you are someone who has the ability to think of spells as well. I don't know why that's coming to mind. So let's get some clarifier. Well, not clarifiers, but cards out. So the first question is, how can you use this gift for yourself? So bear with me. Let me get my other set of cards. Just going to give them one more shuffle. How can you use this gift for yourself? And we have, if I can do this without headbutting the camera, you have the Devil. So I'll put that there. I'll ask all of the questions and then I'll clarify. How can you use this gift to help others? Got the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. What are the strengths that you already have with the gift? Two of Pentacles, Six of Swords. Okay, any challenges that you have with this gift or ability? Doesn't look like a big challenge, does it, to be honest? The Star. And how can you make the most of it? So how can you develop, enhance, or improve the gift? Okay, I feel like the challenge is relating to spiritual connection. You might be a bit more on the logical side of things, and yeah. So how can you enhance it? Temperance. You've got quite a few cards of balance, actually. You've got the Two of Pentacles. The Six of Swords is like a card of harmony. I mean, even the Star is kind of a card of bringing in peace as well, isn't it? So one thing I forgot to talk about with the this particular card, the altar card that came up, it mentioned flaky indecision, and I know that sometimes air signs, probably more so Libra, maybe Aquarius, but I know Libra, and I'm a Libra as well, can be accused of being a little bit flaky or indecisive. So that could come into the challenge part of things. We can overthink things sometimes. But anyway, let's look at how can you use this gift for yourself. So the Devil, to me, that's like being able to do shadow work. I mean, if you're a deep thinker, then you probably are someone who has the ability to do shadow work, a strong ability to get through shadow work. I mean, it takes emotion as well, but you kind of have to analyze, don't you? You have to analyze your thoughts, feelings. So that's, I would say, that's how you can use the gift for yourself. Let's get a clarifier or two from this deck. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. Anything else? Seven of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. Okay, that does make sense to me, actually. So with it being a strong air element, as I said, I feel that thought, the power of thought is a big thing here, especially with the Hanged Man card and the air card. I think thought comes into it quite a bit. So as I said, with the Devil card coming up as how you can use this gift for yourself, I felt like shadow work or challenges as well, your ability to make decisions. And the ability to make decisions, it helps in terms of creating opportunities. The Ace of Pentacles is One of Pentacles here. The Ace of Pentacles is all about opportunities, isn't it? So that would help you in being able to choose opportunities or to create opportunities, making good choices. Seven of Pentacles, progress, that's about assessing things, isn't it? Seven of Pentacles, it's when you when you're about to start something, it's the planning state. It's when you plan something, you plan to do something, and then as things progress, you assess, don't you? You see what's working, you analyze, you assess what's working and what isn't working. And then the Two of Pentacles, that's about, I mean, it's here twice, it's about creating balance. So by analyzing what you're doing and whether it's working or not, then you can figure out mentally how to course correct or to choose a different path. So I think that's everything we need for the Devil there. So how can you use this gift for yourself? It's the gift of analysis and of making decent choices, doing shadow work, overcoming challenges. So we'll put that there. The second question was, how can you use the gift for others? I feel like this is inspiration, like using it to inspire others. So you might, I mean, if you're a powerful thinker and you're able to analyze and assess, and you're an advisor as well, then you are able to you're able to help others follow through on their dreams. If they need practical advice, you would help them with that as well. So let's get a few clarifiers on that Knight of Cups and Knight of Pentacles. So we've got the Page of Wands. I mean, for me, the Page of Wands is often about exploring, isn't it? So I'll put that there. And Page of Wands, that's somebody who, they have the ability to learn, don't they? I think all of the pages do have the ability to learn. But you could help to talk someone through their options if they're trying to figure something out and explore different perspectives. That's one thing. I mean, the Hanged Man is about perspectives as well, isn't it? It's thinking things through, thinking through all the different options, being a bit of a visionary in a way. Let's see what else comes out for that Knight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. I would say that the Altar card that came up and the Herbal Kitchen card, because this was Earth, wasn't it? And the Altar spoke of commitment. It's using those thoughts, using the power of your mind and putting it into action, deciding what you want to commit to, because it will help you. Having a powerful mind will help you to commit. And it speaks of being more grounded with that Herbal Kitchen as well. So as I've mentioned before about overthinking as an air sign, as I said, I'm an air sign. Instead of like overthinking things, then be a bit more grounded and committed to whatever it is you want to choose. But anything else about how you can use this gift for others? So we have the Decadence. I believe that's the Tower, isn't it? So I don't know if you can see that. And we'll get one more. I feel that this is about helping others to make good choices, or helping them to make choices in general, but good choices in particular. And then, yeah, Six of Wands, victory. It's that you would want to help them or advise them in making decisions that give them the best outcome. It's not that you're there to tell them what to do. It's that you help them to see the different options, perspectives, as I mentioned before. So as I said, it's inspiring. You could be very inspiring to other people, and you could help them with the Decadence card, which is the Tower. That's helping them to overcome challenges as well. And sharing your experiences that may help them to help them again to overcome their challenges, or to avoid things that you experienced that were just not unnecessary, because we learn from everything, but just being able to share your experiences can help other people to have a smoother path. Although, as I say, there's nothing wrong with having challenges, because it helps us to learn and grow, doesn't it? So the third question was, what are the strengths that you already have with the gift that you have, which, as I keep saying, it's about a powerful mind. So Two of Pentacles. Again, there's a thing about decision making here, because Two of Pentacles can be described as a card of juggling and balance as well. So that's weighing up the options, weighing the situation up. Could be physically creating balance in your life. Like one example would be the balance between work and play. Six of Swords would be, again, it's the mind, isn't it? Swords are the mind. So it's choosing when to leave a situation that isn't advantageous, or knowing when to move on to something that's more peaceful and calm for you. So that would be a strength that you would already have. So anything else to clarify that? And I know I'm at a weird angle, but it's because the tripod is in a different position, and if I try and sit in the middle, I'm going to knock the tripod out. So On the plus side, all of the candles are protected today, so there's less, well, there's no chance of the card hitting the candle, any of the candles. Right, we have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, so that would be being able to decide to move away from a situation that creates a sense of lack for you, or that is disappointing in general. Anything else? So we have the Two of Swords, again, decision making. If anyone is an air sign and they want to share that in the comments for the Selenite Wand first pile, then please share that. 10 of Wands, that's the challenges. That's and the 10 of Wands is when you get to the end of something difficult, isn't it? It's the end of the hardship, when you're at the, what do you call it, like the last hurdle. So again, it's the ability to create balance, to know when to leave a situation, to know when to move on, to move away from something that I kind of want to say a waste of energy, to be honest. It's a waste of your energy. So we'll finish with that. Let's look at the Star. This came up as your challenge. I feel like it's about bringing, I kind of want to say bringing heaven down to earth. And then when you think about it, you've got the spiritual up here. She's pointing up to the heavens. You've got the earth. Well, it's water actually, but pointing down to the earth, we'll say. And then in the middle, you have her head, basically, which is the mind. So it's kind of, it's like the head or the mind is like the intermediary. Is that the right term? Or the mediator or whatever between the heavens and the earth. And it's kind of connecting, as I was saying earlier, about being more grounded. And I did mention about with the Hanged Man needing to connect to the spiritual as well. So maybe creating more balance there. Let's see what comes out for the Star as the challenge. So we have the Strength card, which here they call it Fortitude. Let's see what else comes out for that. Where am I going to put that? We'll put that there. Anything else for the Star, please? We have the Six of Pentacles. It's a card of generosity, or they call it generosity in this deck. And it can be seen as a card of balance as well, can't it? Anything else for that Star card? So we have the Two of Wands, which is again a card of decision making. That theme keeps on coming up, doesn't it? I feel like this is about trusting, trusting in yourself. Probably not so much your thoughts. I feel like it's less about trusting in your thoughts and more about trusting in the spiritual side. So if you have any like intuitive hits or intuitive messages, it's about trusting in that, and then allowing that to help you in what you do physically in the real world, I'll say. Because for me, the Strength card, it can be, yes, it's about having strength, but it can also be about having courage and confidence as well, can't it? Six of Pentacles, it can be a card of balance and generosity, as it says here, but it's give and take as well, isn't it? And does it mean giving or taking from other people? Yes, it can do, but it can be how much you give of yourself as well, like in terms of being of service. Like, for example, because you've got a lot of cards here that refer to practice, like if you're a healer who uses potions or whatever, or just herbal medicine in general, it doesn't have to literally be magic. Like, just say if you're able to blend up creams that help heal people's skin problems, stuff like that. It's trusting your intuition in doing that, to give in that sense, to use the gift itself, to help others or for yourself. And then the Two of Wands, I mean, these are all in reverse, aren't they? So to me, that does say, as much as the Star is quite a positive card, it says that there is a lack of trust there, lack of trust in your decision, maybe a slight lack of confidence, and being a bit uncertain in terms of what you have to give. So we'll leave that there for the Star. And then finally we get to Temperance, which is how you can make the most of your gift, your ability, your skill, your talent, how you can develop it, improve it. I mean, we've got Temperance there, and for me, not so much in this particular Temperance card, but in a lot of the Temperance cards, I mean, first of all, she's balancing. So there we go, balance between the spiritual, the practical, the mental, balance between all of that. But for me, Temperance can often be about connection as well. spiritual connection. I don't necessarily mean in the romantic sense, but connection to the divine or whatever it is you believe in. So let's get some clarifiers on that. So it might be about improving or enhancing or working on your connection to your intuition, to spirit, whatever you want to call it. Anything for temperance, please. So we have the Chariot. So I keep forgetting I've got to show you that because the lighting is completely different from usual. Anything else? Knight of Pentacles. Servitude is in this deck. Anything else? We also have, yeah, okay, this does make sense. King of Wands, leadership, and the Justice card, equality. So I really feel there's something here about trusting in the spiritual side of things and in your spirituality. I mean, it's fine to have logic and have a strong mind and to think things through, but there does need to be a bit of a balance as well, and to not be afraid to let the intuition and the spiritual side of things lead you sometimes. I mean, we've got the Chariot here. I always say, well, not just me, it's in tarot, you are the charioteer. I mean, we don't have any sphinxes or horses in here, which is where I would say sometimes it's about alignment, getting the two to be on the same page, to go in the same direction, because often the whatever animals are pulling the chariot, they're kind of one sitting up, or one standing up, should I say, one sitting down, or they're trying to go in different directions, and it's our job as the charioteer to take control and get them in alignment to move us forward, to create motion. So again, I would say getting the spiritual and the intellectual in alignment to move you forward practically. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. I mean, that the Knight of Pentacles is known to be very practical, grounded, but they are committed, and they plan things ahead, and then they can take action. King of Wands is a card of leadership. I mean, I would say leadership even without it being here, but he's also very spiritual as well. And then the Justice card, it says equality, but for me it's about a fair outcome, isn't it? You want things to be fair, you want things to be balanced. And as I say, I feel like the Temperance card, in terms of how you can make the most of your gift, it's allowing everything to come into balance, to guide you and to lead you forward, not just completely relying on logic or relying too heavily on the spiritual. It's bringing everything together to lead you, whether it's to help yourself or to help others as well. So I'm going to get a final card, which will be a just a final message on your gift. And again, just to confirm, although I've said it 50 times now, the gift in this first reading with the Selenite Wand, it's having a strong mind. And as I say, you may be an air sign or have strong air energy, whether it be your sun, moon or rising sign. So let's see if I can get a final message to come out. Final message for, no, that's too many, for pile number 1, or set of cards number 1, which was for the Selenite Wand. Final message, if one will come out. Might not come out now, the first 3 were probably correct. Right, okay, 3 want to come out. It's probably the same 3 that came out before. You have dance, move your body to music, dance with the rhythm of life, manifest your dreams through dance. And for me, yes, it could be literal dance, but often when this card comes out, it's a bit of a surrender card, isn't it, for me? Well, I see it as a bit of a surrender card. You've got a big moon there in the background. So I would say there's an element here of surrendering to your intuition and just letting things flow. Don't overthink things is something I would take from that. We also have partnership. Teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team. And this can go 2 ways for me. So I think if you are someone who has a strong intellectual mind, and you are an overthinker, sometimes you may struggle to partner with other people because you don't trust them. You overthink things potentially, whether it's in friendships, romantic relationships, whatever. So it's creating more harmony in partnerships with other people, trusting in other people more. And in partnership as well, it speaks of alignment again, teamwork, allowing the spiritual side of your intuition and your logical side to work as a team. And trust, oh my God, I didn't actually look at this one. It was on my lap while I was looking at the other ones. Trust, leap into the unknown, have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. Believe you will fly. That is about the spiritual, isn't it? Like, I'm not saying literally you can fly, but just trusting in that spiritual, intuitive side of you. Okay, I couldn't have predicted that, and you saw that I shuffled it. It wasn't something I had picked out in advance. So I hope that was helpful for you, for anybody that picked the first set of cards with the Selenite Wand. And I am now going to move on to set of cards number 2. So hi again to any of you who picked the set of cards number 2, which is the Angelite Egg. So let's find out what your magic is. So first of all, you have follow your dreams. First thing that's come into mind is manifestation, but we'll see how things progress. You have fire, passion, and you need desire to manifest, don't you? We also have feminine, lady goddess feminine. And we have the hermit as well. Okay, so I'm going to read the messages for these cards from the oracle deck, and then we'll get into the actual spread. So for this deck here, right, follow your dreams. If I can find it, because this book has a really strange index. So I feel like that would be fire energy, wouldn't it? Yeah. Okay, you've got a couple of cards of fire energy here, haven't you? So maybe you may be a fire sign, potentially. So that would be Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. So it says, follow your dreams. We all have dreams, little wistful longings and big passionate desires. Whether your dreams are about successful careers or enduring love or just having chocolate cake for dessert, simply thinking about them is unlikely to make them happen. It is okay to daydream about things that don't really matter. Marrying a prince or becoming a rock star. But if your dreams are important to you, you are going to have to actively pursue them in order to make them come true. Of course, it can be scary to go after your dreams, since you might fail or they might not live up to your expectations. But if you don't try, you'll never know, will you? So there's an action here. It says, figure out which one of your dreams is the one you want the most, then take one concrete step toward following that dream. The divination message here, it says, this card is a not so subtle hint that it is time to stop dreaming and start acting. Or perhaps if you have taken action already, it is a sign that you are on the right path. You know better than anyone. Which do you think it is? The magic message says, sometimes we need an extra little push to get up the courage to follow our dreams. Magical work can give us that. If you have access to a bonfire, light a fire and write your dream down on a piece of paper. Throw the paper into the fire and visualize the sparks flying out of the universe and carrying your dreams with them. Alternatively, if you can't do that, take a votive, I think that is, candle and scratch a word or two describing your dreams into the wax. As it burns down, that will send the energy out in the same way. Open your heart to the possibility of success, knowing that the gods have heard your message. So I'm getting quite strong Leo energy at present. I mean, it's fire, it's all of the fire signs, but Leo is coming up here strongly, especially with that mention of courage as well. I'm getting a sense of determination. So one of your gifts, you might have the gift of determination. It may not sound like a gift, but it is, because not everybody is determined. So I still feel that manifestation might be a part of this. But as I say, I'm getting determination as well. Let's look at this this card here from the Witch's Wisdom deck. I should have said every deck that I'm using while I was going through it. So this is the Everyday Witch Oracle. This is the Witch's Wisdom Oracle deck. So let's look at that fire passion energy. Or oracle card, should I say. So it says, your sparkle has waned and something is missing. Whether it is our lust for life, belief in yourself, or motivation, the element of fire is waiting to spice things up. Witches have a profound affinity with this element, for they recognize the power of a flame through spellwork and connection with the ancestors. The magic of fire invokes lust, passion, attraction, which is important for manifesting, isn't it? And love. You are being encouraged to cast aside your fear of the flame and bring warmth into your inner world. Fire waits to be acknowledged and worked with by you. Invite fire into your life and allow the strength of its energy to purify and cleanse away doubts and worries that have clouded your view. Fire will fuel you to be able to walk in your true light with full might, vitality, and vigor as you reclaim your power. So that is all I'm going to be reading from this book. I'm going to move on to that lady goddess feminine energy. And feminine energy is known to be the one that attracts, isn't it? Like, for example, receptive, should I say. The feminine is meant to be receptive, so attraction, receptivity. And then thinking about the Queen of Wands in the tarot, I mean, she's airy, so she's a fire sign. But she's known to be attractive, like she attracts whatever she needs to her without, I mean, yes, she does put in effort, but she doesn't force anything, it kind of flows. So let's look at that lady card. So you may have strong manifestation abilities and just be very determined in general. So it says, the lady goddess message says, whether you are male, female or male, each one of us holds both feminine and masculine energies within our makeup. Lady/goddess has been drawn, which indicates that you are struggling with an imbalance of these energies. You have given too much of yourself, finding it impossible to receive. It is so important to understand that it is the masculine that gives and the feminine that receives. So the next time someone offers you something, whether it's a gift, a compliment or help, receive graciously. Working with the scent from fresh roses or natural rose essence as well as rose quartz will help heal your heart to open up to receptivity. This will enable you to harness the divine feminine within and align you with the harmony that you long for. Invoke Lady Goddess into your life as you willingly receive her gifts of love, peace, gentleness, beauty, purity, and compassion. So the key message here is one of receptivity, which again, in terms of manifestation, then attraction, receptivity go hand in hand. And then you have the Hermit card here. And the key thing for that is, for me with the Hermit here, it's about focus, isn't it? It's about what you focus your attention on. Yes, it is about going inwards. It's about introspection. But here it really feels like it's about focus. And if you're manifesting, if you have strong manifesting abilities, then that would be, you need to focus. It's not saying you have to think about something 24/7. But focus is important, to focus not so much your mind, well, yes, your mind, but more your energy, to be able to focus your energy on whatever it is that you want to attract towards you. So let's answer. I've got 5 questions I'm going to ask the cards for this reading. So just to clarify, if I haven't said it enough, I feel like this is about having strong manifestation, energy, determination, attractiveness. You may be very physically attractive, but just in general, like, you may have the ability to attract whatever it is you need in life and to focus your energy and get what it is you want. So I feel like that's the key here. That's the key: gift, skill, talent, ability, superpower, whatever you want to call it. So first question I want to ask is, how can you use this gift for yourself? How can the viewer use this gift for themselves? So do I want to take that? We will take it. So you have, first of all, you had the 10 of Cups, and then you had, that would be the ideal outcome for anything you want to manifest, wouldn't it? 10 of Cups, that's the emotional fulfillment. Justice is just things going in your favor. We have the Tower card there. That could be about rebuilding, the ability to rebuild if anything's been torn down, or to tear down whatever it is that you don't desire, and to rebuild from that point. So I think we'll put them here, shall we? We'll put those there. Hopefully I've got enough space. Right, next question is, how can you use this gift for others? And I'm going to clarify, I'm just going to get all the cards out first. How can you use this gift to help others or for others? We have Temperance there. So you might be able to help others kind of restore harmony or balance in their life somehow, but we'll look at that further because that one's a little bit ambiguous. So what are the strengths you already have with this gift? That was really quick, wasn't it? Okay, I already know what that means. Right, so you've got the 7 of Wands and Death, and I would say the ability to transform. You might even want to say the ability to transmute energy. Like, if anything isn't going in your favor, you are able to transform the situation and overcome any challenges. The 7 of Wands, it feels like challenges. Again, that determination energy. So what are the challenges that you may have with this gift? What are your challenges with this gift? Page of Cups, again, we'll clarify and see what that means. And how can you make the most of the gift? So develop it, enhance it, improve it, whatever you feel is necessary. How can you make the most of it? We've got the World and the Ten of Wands, and this is about going into new cycles, isn't it? Leaving any burdens behind. And again, we'll clarify that to get more on it. So let's begin with the first question, which was, how can you use this gift for yourself? And I said it's just, manifestation, isn't it? And then rebuilding if anything's fallen apart. So let's just give the cards another shuffle. So this is the Everyday Witch Tarot deck that I've used for the main cards, and for the clarifiers I'm using the Beautiful Creatures deck. So what do we need to know about that Ten of Cups, Justice and the Tower as how you can use this gift for yourself? And I'm not going to take that. I will show you what it is. Page of Swords, Inspection. So that's like if something... It's like that focus energy, isn't it? It's learning. So if anything's fallen apart, you would learn from that. Or if you want to achieve something, if you want to manifest something, then sort of problem-solving energy of figuring out how to do it. So how can you use this gift for yourself? We have Six of Swords, and again, that to me, they've called it detachment in this Beautiful Creatures deck, but that's, well, it's detaching, isn't it? It's moving away from anything that's not working to get the outcome that you actually want, or to move into a better situation. Oh, Queen of Wands, Determination. Why am I not surprised that that's come out? I spoke of the Queen of Wands before anyway. And I'll get one more. Oh, is that an eclipse or a blood moon or something there? I don't know if you can see that at the top. Let's get one more clarifier for that. And then we have Nine of Cups, satisfaction, isn't it? It's getting the outcome, the best outcome that you can possibly get from things. So yeah, again, as I say, how you can use this gift for yourself. You can use it to achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, to manifest whatever you want to manifest. And then there's that determination energy where if anything's going wrong, you're willing to tear it down and start again. If things fall apart by themselves, you have the determination and the resilience to start over again and get whatever it is you want out of the situation. So I think I will put those there. Let's look at this Temperance card. So that is how you can use the gift for others or to help others. So let's see what comes out as a clarifier for that, because that one, as I said, that one felt a little bit ambiguous. So you've got a few. First of all, you have Four of Cups, and that's in reverse. So that would be helping people with blocks. So you might be a bit of an inspiration and help people to regain balance there, because Four of Cups anyway, that's usually where people are dissatisfied, where they're bored potentially. So you may be like I don't want to say a voice of reason, but just your energy itself. I mean, if you fire energy, that can be quite inspiring in itself. You've also got One of Cups, they call it here, it's Ace of Cups, funness. See, this is why I feel Leo energy, because Leo, and I'm not ruling out the other fire signs, but Leo is known for having a big heart, aren't they? Like their fire energy, their passion, their determination, their strength, but they do have a huge heart. So the Ace of Cups for me is the heart. And if you have a big heart, then you, in a way, you are able to inspire people, aren't you? Oh, Queen of Pentacles, ambition. So yes, it makes sense that the Queen of Pentacles would be a person who is about ambition, as well as the King of Pentacles. But Aries in particular, I would say out of the fire signs, is known for being quite ambitious, I believe. So I think it's like we've got two separate sides. Well, this would be the bridge, wouldn't it? So if you've got a person that you know who's close to you, or even if they're not close, it could be in a work situation. It might be your job actually to be inspiring to people. You could be like a job coach or something, or a life coach. If there are people who are in a state of boredom, they don't know what they're doing, they feel bored, disappointed, whatever, it's like your energy, you may have a big heart, or just be inspiring in general and help them to pursue their ambitions, whatever it is they want to pursue. So that's how you can use the energy. It's like the energy that you use for yourself, you can extend it out to others as well. So let's now look at the Death card and Seven of Wands, which was your strength. As I said, it's the ability to overcome challenges, to transform situations. Let's see. There was something I was thinking and it's gone. Something to do with rebirth and it's gone now. Oh, I can't remember what it is. That's going to annoy me. Something about a comeback. It might be comeback, but I don't think it's that. It's when you... okay, hopefully it'll come to me. But it is to do with a comeback. You know, like when things go to shit, but you're able to sort of make a comeback. I guess that's the only way I can describe it. There was another way I wanted to think of it, but I can't remember what it is right now. So let's look at Death and the Seven of Wands as the strength card. Sorry, as the strength, not the strength card. That might come out actually because I was thinking about it. So you have Temperance, moderation, Six of Cups, memories, and then you have the Eight of Cups, which is quest. So I spoke of being able to make a comeback. So temperance for me, it's where you get things back into, I mean, here it's moderation, but it's getting things back into balance, isn't it? So if any challenges were difficult, it's about regaining your balance so that you can make a comeback. You've got Six of Cups, memories. For me, that feels like learning from the past or learning from past situations where things may not have gone quite right, or just learning from the past in general on how to move forward. And then Eight of Cups, quest. I mean, that's that determination energy again, and it's one step away from the Nine of Cups, which is all about satisfaction, pleasure, getting the outcome that you want. So again, it feels like a comeback energy. I can't think of the exact term I was going to use to describe that, but that's the closest thing I can think of, is having a comeback type energy where you can overcome anything to get whatever it is that you want to manifest. Which was a challenge. What is the challenge here? That's a very interesting challenge. Why is the Page of Cups the challenge? It might be a lack of vulnerability actually, but let's see, because the Page of Cups is a kid. Kids are vulnerable, and I would say the Page of Cups is the most vulnerable out of all of the pages. You might be very, very tough, very determined, very passionate, but potentially lack a bit of vulnerability, and that can be a strength in itself. Okay, and what do we get? We get the Emperor, sovereignty, and the Emperor is the opposite of vulnerability, isn't he? The Emperor is just really tough and the boss, the leader, that kind of strong energy. On the shadow side of the Emperor, they can be quite stubborn. They can be stern. So let's see what else comes out for that. I'll just put that there. Anything else for that Page of Cups? Nope, that doesn't feel quite right. Let's try that again. Anything else for that Page of Cups, please? So we get the Decadence, abruption, which is basically the Tower. I'm getting bulldozer, to be honest, with that Tower card coming up. So I'm thinking kind of like you... Sorry about that, that's my phone buzzing. You might be a bit considered to be a bit overpowering at times. Like, you know when someone has tunnel vision? Like they're so determined that they just forget about everything else. So that might be a challenge for you with this gift, with this sense of determination, passion. Yeah, you might get a bit of tunnel vision and lack vulnerability, or... Okay, let's see what else comes out. I think that's the main thing that's coming to mind with that. Try that again. Page of Cups again, inventiveness, but again, I mean, look at her little face. She looks really sweet and innocent and vulnerable, doesn't she? So, and then we get the High Priestess, inner wisdom. I still feel like it's to do with vulnerability. I mean, for me, you have to be a little bit vulnerable to accept the wisdom of the High Priestess as well, don't you? Otherwise, it's just, I mean, the Emperor, again, for me, is like the opposite of the High Priestess. It's like he knows what he needs to know. He relies on himself. You wouldn't sort of imagine the Emperor going to the High Priestess for advice, would you? He's not that level of vulnerable. So I feel like your challenge with this energy is that you might be quite headstrong, very, very passionate, and this is not a bad thing, but it might be to the point of lacking vulnerability sometimes, and getting tunnel vision. And I don't know if the word I want to use is selfish, but it's just tunnel vision is the best way I can describe it. It's not that you don't care about anybody or give a shit about anyone. It's just that you get hyper focused with the Hermit card there, hyper focused on what you're doing, what you're trying to manifest, what you're trying to achieve, and that may interfere with connections with people sometimes. So you could lack vulnerability, or you may not notice other people's vulnerability sometimes as well with this particular gift. Like, you might be all inspiring to them, but like when they're feeling quite fragile, yeah, your energy might be kind of incompatible with that vulnerable side of people. Let's look at your final card. So we've got the World and the Ten of Wands as how you can make the most of the gift. So let's see what clarifies that. So how can you make the most of the gift, or develop or improve it? I mean, the first thing I would say is learn, continue to learn from hardships, because the World is where you've successfully come out of one cycle and you're going into a new one. The Ten of Wands is the end of hardship, isn't it? So it looks like you probably already learn from past experiences and mistakes, if you want to call them that, or also the things that went well, because we hardly ever talk about learning from things that went well. Do we always talk about, oh, well, this went to shit and I learned such and such, but still continuing to learn all round. Let's see, what's the World and Ten of Wands doing there, please? So the first card we have is the Four of Pentacles, which they're calling greed in this deck. Anything else for the World and the Ten of Wands? Anything else from the World and the Ten of Wands? You have the Magician, inner skills. You have the Page of Pentacles, reliability. And you have the Nine of Swords, anxiety. So yeah, it still feels like that, being able to learn, because the Magician is where you're honing your skills, aren't you? That's a card of honing your skills. The Four of Pentacles is where we can get a little bit stubborn sometimes, but it's with it being in reverse, it's about being willing to open up, being willing to have new experiences. And that's another thing as well, I would say, as how you can develop the gift, is being open to new knowledge and new experiences as well, and learning from whatever you've already experienced. But that's needing to be open, and openness to sort of, and it's not to say that you do have a know-it-all attitude, but you know, sometimes we've had certain experiences and we think, oh well, I've gone through that particular thing, so I'm done with that, I know all about that, I don't need to learn anything else. And it would be being open to learning, even where you've had lots of experience or something. It's like there's always more to learn from something. That happens to me all of the time when I've been through certain situations. I'll be like, oh yeah, I've healed from that, I'm done with that, and then a couple of years later it comes back up again and I learn something new, and it doesn't negate what I've already learned, it's just that there's another layer or level or spiral or whatever to it. Page of Pentacles is known for they're known for being ready and willing to learn, aren't they, and put that knowledge into practice. And then you get the Nine of Swords there. I'm not 100% sure why that's there actually, so let's get one to go with that Nine of Swords. Three of Wands, patience. Four of Wands, unity. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. I feel like that's probably the anxiety. It's more about an energy of impatience. You know, like when you're trying to achieve something or manifest something, it's not necessarily anxiety as in I'm scared of something or I've got fear or worried about something, but it's that energy of anticipation, like heightened anticipation. When you in a very heightened energy of anticipation, it can turn to anxiety, but like the kind of anxiety that comes with anticipation, not the stressed, worried kind of anxiety, if that makes sense. So let's get you a final message from the Unicorns deck. Just get a final message for this set. Set number 2 had the Angelite Egg. And again, just to confirm, your gift, your strength, I feel, is the gift of manifestation, attraction, being able to attract things to you, having determination and a lot of passion and drive, and yeah. So let's see, is there anything else? Any final messages for this group, please? Right, your cards have fallen to the floor, so just bear with me. So you have miracles. So it says, have faith that your miracle is on its way. Your prayers have been answered. Surrender the how. So I feel that is just, I mean, I'm sure you probably already do, but just continuing to trust in your ability to manifest, no matter how big your dreams are, to be honest, because there was a lot of talk about dreams in the beginning, wasn't there? And then you have action. Now is the perfect time to act. Take inspired action towards your dreams. Move forward with confidence. Again, confidence in your ability to manifest and create whatever it is you want to create. So thank you for watching, and I'm going to now move on to set of cards number 3. Hi to those of you who picked set of cards number 3, which was with the crystal ball. So let's find out what your magic is. So first of all, you have give love, if you can see that clearly. You also have witch, healer, and you also have the King of Pentacles. So I'm going to read the messages from the oracle decks for these 2 cards, and then I'm going to do an actual spread and with clarifiers as well. So let's have a look at these messages from the book. So this one is the Everyday Witch Oracle. So just bear with me a moment, because this book has a really strange index. So I believe this is water energy, if I can find it. Where are you? Actually, it's fire energy. It's a fire energy card. So let's see what this one says. It says, it is a wonderful thing to be loved. We all want to feel love in our lives, that feeling of warmth and comfort that comes from the knowledge that someone out there is sending love in our direction. But don't forget that love is a street that goes in 2 directions. As much as you need and want to be loved, others need and want it too. Love is remarkable. The more you give, the more you have to give. If you allow your heart to be filled with love for others, whether that love is romantic or familial, the affection between friends, the love you feel for a beloved animal companion, or even the love for God and Goddess, that sense of warmth and joy will overflow like a river. You can give love to those you don't even know. Send unconditional love out to the homeless man you pass on the street, or the woman who smiles at you in the store. You don't have to say or do anything necessarily, just open your heart and send out love. Of course, if you are giving love to those you know, you can say it out loud. Write it on a card, or just express it with a hug or a kind word. Sometime you will get love back, sometimes you won't, but that doesn't mean it isn't worth doing. So the divination message says this card is telling you to open your heart. Maybe someone has been offering you love, but you haven't taken the time and energy to make sure they know you love them too. It is easy to take friends, family, and significant others for granted when your life is hectic, thinking, oh, they know I love them, or I'll do something special later when I have more time. Perhaps you have been a little self-involved, and the gods are gently suggesting that it is time to focus your energies outward instead of inward. It could be that there is someone close to you who is crying out for love, but you just haven't noticed. Look around you. Are you giving enough love to those who are important to you? Life is short, and we never know what lies right around the corner. Don't wait until tomorrow to give the love you feel today. The magic message says, sit quietly in a dim room or outside under the moon. Light a white or red candle and spend a moment concentrating on its light and warmth. Then close your eyes and feel that light and warmth in the area of your heart. Open yourself to the universal sources of love, God and Goddess, or whatever you believe in, and feel your heart filling up with that feeling of warmth and affection. When it fills to the point of overflowing, send that love out into the world. You can direct it at specific people, or simply it will go wherever it is needed most. Spend as long as it feels right doing this, then put your hands over your heart and save a little for yourself. Thank the gods for sharing their energy and blow out the candle. So I actually feel that as much as the divination message talked about not giving enough outwards, I feel that the gift here may be a gift of generosity. That your gift is a gift of generosity, and it may not sound like a gift or a superpower or skill, ability, whatever, but it can be. The King of Pentacles is known for being very generous. Yes, he may be a businessman, he may be a self-made man, he may be very practical, but he's also very committed. To me, he can be nurturing as well, maybe more practically, but nurturing is, it's part of it is generosity. And then you've got healer as well. If you have the ability to heal, that's an act of generosity, isn't it, really? Especially if you're not getting anything in return. So let's just have a quick look at this witch healer message. Witch, whoever's watching may be a witch, but witches, I think the definition of witches in most cultures is originally healer, and then it got twisted into something completely different. But let's see what comes out for that. So it says, mystery and magic of the old ways beckons you to tap into the ancient wisdom of those who walk the path before you, and to recognize that you are one and the same. For within your blueprint, you carry the wisdom of the natural healer. The witch within asks you to connect with the knowledge and wisdom that you have accumulated from many lifetimes, for it is time to harness your abilities to help heal yourself and others. Seek the wisdom of teachers who mark the land, such as standing stones and trees within a grove. You who have absorbed each detail of spent centuries and hold the key to the past. Gather ingredients from plants and fungi, unlock your herbal knowledge in order to work with recipes for tinctures, elixirs, and healing potions. You are a wise and strong healer. There is nothing to fear and everything to gain when witch crosses your path. So I haven't read these bits for the others, but there's a little bit here that says witch's foresight and witch revealed, and I think I'm going to read them for you. And plus the other two groups, they got two of these, you've only got one. So the foresight says, you are a natural healer. You have a natural affinity with plants and herbs. Study to qualify as a herbal practitioner. Use complementary medicine and aromatherapy to heal. You benefit from the healing energies of nature. Honor its rhythms and cycles. And nature, the King of Pentacles, is connected to earth, isn't he? So that could be important here. You may be an earth sign. That may be quite relevant. So that would be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Right, it says, witch revealed at the bottom. Nature calls to women and men to walk the craft of the wise in balance, integrity, and honor. And yep, I would say that the King of Pentacles strongly resonates with integrity and honor. By honoring the god and goddess, lord and lady, and understanding the role of the high priestess or priest, a witch can transform and change all she touches for the greater good of all. This is done by combining knowledge and wisdom, both old and new. This give love card, that's the greater good, isn't it? So you could be a healer. You could be a healer as well. You can label yourself whatever you want to label yourself. If you want to label yourself a witch, you could be just refer to yourself as a spiritual healer. That's important. You may not be acting completely in generosity at present. You may have more to give, but it's like it's within you, whether you are doing it fully or not. There's something about, as well as healing and connection to earth energy or the earth, whether it is that you're an earth sign or have strong earth placements in your birth chart. Yeah, there's something about healing and generosity and giving as well. So let's answer 5 questions I have here for what your magic is, your superpower, gift, skill, talent, ability. I'm going to say generosity, and there's a healing element there too, and something about connecting to the earth. So how can you use this gift to help? Well, not help, well, maybe help, but for yourself. How can you use this gift of generosity, healing, etc. for yourself? First thing that's coming to mind is about the inner child with that one Page of Cups, potentially nurturing the inner child or the inner child of other people as well, actually. But this is about yourself, so how can you use it for yourself? I'd say to nurture yourself, first of all. Give love. Self-love is a part of that. Healing yourself too. How can you use this gift for others? To help others, or just in general relating to others, if anything will come out for it. That could be to do with healing conflict, actually. Whether it's healing conflict within groups of people, like family mediation, or if they've got any issues internally where they're feeling conflicted. So also the next card we're going to look at is the strengths you already have with this gift. So what do you have? You have, justice. That's a sense of fairness, isn't it? You may already use this gift to create a sense of fairness. I mean, I just mentioned and balance too. If you're nurturing your inner child, that's creating balance. 5 of Wands, managing conflict. Justice is associated with law, and it can be conflict resolution as well. So to create a sense of fairness and balance. Any challenges? What challenges do you have with this gift at present? I feel like the main challenge is not, without going deep yet, because I'm going to clarify, it feels like maybe not using it to its fullest potential. Ooh, 10 of Wands, you may feel like there's a burden here. Say if you are quite a generous person, you may overgive. You may feel responsible for others, actually. I don't know why that's coming to mind. You might feel responsible for others and their feelings and their actions. And I know that sounds weird, but that is something that's coming to mind. And in being generous, if you are someone who is already using your generosity to the fullest potential, you might be overgiving. But that thing about taking on the responsibility of others, whether it's physical responsibilities or mentally, like if you went, if you took a bunch of friends to a party or to a restaurant or something, and all you're worried about is whether or not they're going to enjoy it, or whether they're happy, they're satisfied, rather than thinking, right, their happiness is their responsibility, their sense of enjoyment is their responsibility, my sense of enjoyment is my responsibility. You're probably worrying about them and what's going on with them and in their mind. Right, finally, how can you make the most of this gift, whether it's developing it, enhancing it, improving it, whatever we need to know. You have the Knight of Swords. I nearly said Knight of Wands then. That's where honesty would come in. If you are taking on the responsibility of other people's responsibilities, or feeling heavily responsible for others, then there's a need to sort of be more honest with yourself, I would say, and with them. Six of Swords, and then we get Six of Swords, which is about we speak of moving on to calmer waters, don't we? So peace. I mean, if you are someone who's always the peacemaker, Justice is a Libra card. Libras are known to be peacemakers, so you could have Libra energy here as well. Then it's sort of a case of speaking your truth, but sort of knowing when to walk away and leave people to get on with it as well. Not feeling like, oh, well, I have to fix this, I have to fix everything. It's like, because that's a healer, isn't it? A healer is someone who kind of, in a way, fixes things. And the King of Pentacles also is someone who I would say probably can take on a lot of responsibility, but how much is too much? So, as I said, your gift, again, just to clarify, as if I haven't said it enough, I feel like it's generosity, healing, responsibility, potentially, although is responsibility a strength? It can be, but let's see what we get for these cards. So let's look at that Page of Cups first, which I said about how you can use this gift for yourself. It's nurturing your inner child, whether it's healing issues, self-love, being committed to your path, to yourself, to your heart's desires, that sort of thing. So why is the Page of Cups there, please? Right, so you have the Two of Pentacles, flexibility. So for me, that's about getting things back into balance, isn't it? Like if there are issues going on, the ability to sort of nurture your inner child. And then we've got the Fool, exploration. We'll get one more for that. Anything else? Seven of Swords, treachery, lovely. Okay, let's have a good look at these, because this is a really strange combination. It's a really strange combination, actually. So I said Two of Pentacles is for me here, it feels like a card of balance. So the Fool here, that's that vulnerable, naive side of the Page energy, isn't it? Or anybody for that matter, that speaks of vulnerability, it's openness, it's having an open heart. When you are vulnerable, though, it also sort of sets you up in a way, and it doesn't mean that vulnerability means that people will always take advantage of you, but people can take advantage of you. So in terms of nurturing your inner child, it's sort of a balance between allowing yourself to explore, to be vulnerable, to be naive, maybe a tiny little bit, maybe not so much naive, but to be open to new things, new feelings, new experiences, but to also have that balance of knowing what feels right, what the right thing is to do if people are taking advantage of you. It's having that ability And that's maybe something that you need to develop more, which is what came up in the last few cards about how to make the most of the gift. But it's an ability that we all have, isn't it? But that may be particularly important for you. So being able to nurture the inner child, to protect, I think protect is the word I was looking for with that Seven of Swords. So it's like giving the inner child that freedom, but also being able to protect it as well, and having that balance, like not wrapping yourself up in cotton wool, but giving yourself that sense of freedom as well. So I'll leave that one there. And the ability to soothe yourself as well, if you do end up in situations where you are potentially taken advantage of, or you end up disappointed or hurt, to be able to recover from that. So let's look at the Five of Wands, which was how you can use this gift for others. And as I said, it looks like conflict resolution, whether it's their internal conflict, conflict between groups of people. Let's see what comes out with that Five of Wands. We have Seven of Pentacles, which they refer to as progress. And this, for me, that's an energy of, I don't know if you can see, there's a fly right in front of the camera. Seven of Pentacles, it's standing up for something, isn't it? So it may be about standing up for a person. If they are being bullied, it could be about standing up for people in that sense. Just standing up for something in general with that Seven of Pentacles. Anything else for the Five of Wands? Or standing up for what you believe in as well. We've got the Nine of Swords, anxiety there. That would be tense situations, that would where we've got the Nine of Swords. I mean, it could be someone's internal. I mean, it often is internal with the Nine of Swords, like mental conflict, isn't it? But I would say if you're in a tense situation, it can create anxiety with other people as well. Anything else with that Five of Wands? One more. If one will come out, it might not at this rate. Okay, we've got one more. We have the Strength card, Fortitude. So people may look to you as the strong one, the one that can, they may look to you as a leader, actually, the one that can hold things together. Like, say, if you've got a friendship group, you may be the peacemaker of the group. You're always the one resolving the conflicts. And in terms of being a healer, sometimes people can pick up on that energy, can't they? And then it means that you always have like a peaceful vibe around you that tends to calm, like your energy calms people. Same goes for that Give Love card as well. If you're someone who has quite a loving energy, then people will tend to feel safe with you. And then the King of Pentacles, as I said, that's about responsibility. People sort of may look up to you as having that leadership energy, like you may be the advisor of a group. Someone that people feel they can really rely on and that they feel safe with. So we'll leave that there. That was the Five of Wands. So I said, how can you use the gift for others? It's conflict resolution, potentially, whether it's internal, in groups. Yeah, it's not everyone's cup of tea, but it looks like that's an ability you have. As I say, it's healer, isn't it? So the conflict could be anything, but it's like you have the ability to heal that. So let's also look at now the Justice card, which was the Strength again, conflict resolution. Yeah, let's clarify. And I said restoring balance, and balance is there too, isn't it? I mean, what do healers do? They restore balance, don't they? Like usually within the body, healers are usually referred to, I suppose, more emotional and physical ailments, but they restore things back to the way they're supposed to be. So that does make sense with Justice being there. So in terms of spiritual healers, you could be a Reiki practitioner. I think it mentioned aromatherapy in one of the books. You could be a massage therapist. Maybe you work with crystals. Maybe you work with herbs. Maybe you literally work with magic. There can be many different ways that can go. Anything else with that Justice card, please? So we have the Hanged Man. They call it the Hanging One in this deck, and that's Alice in Wonderland, isn't it? The Hanged Man, Perception. You may have very good abilities of perceiving things and perceiving energies, actually, and that would help you. You know, like when they say someone's really good at reading a room or reading a person, and then that helps you to deal with the person and situation in the most appropriate way. Anything else? What's the word I was looking for? You might be very level-headed. Potentially, I mean, if there's earth energy here, there's quite a bit of earth energy, then that would make sense. Anything else for that Justice card? Anything else for the Justice card? Right, just bear with me, that has gone. So we have, and I don't know, I feel like this fell in reverse, but I'm not sure. So we've got 8 of Swords, imprisonment. So that can be important for conflict resolution as well. If somebody is in an 8 of Swords energy, even yourself actually, where you're sort of feeling restricted, held back, trapped, then it means that you would have the ability to restore balance in that situation. Anything else? That Page of Cups as well, which was your first question about how you can use the gift, that's about being open-minded, isn't it? Right, so yeah, we've got the Chariot here, which they refer to as motion. Again, it's about restoring balance. If anybody feels trapped, imprisoned, it's about getting things moving again, removing the blockages, overcoming the challenge, helping them over. Well, I feel like blockages is more the thing. Like, say if you were an energy healer, like Reiki or something along those lines, then you do help to move the blockages so that the person can move forward again. And perception would be important in that, because it can be intuition, it can be that you can literally read people, it can be more along the lines of psychology. So whatever it is, it's like an ability to restore balance and harmony, isn't it? So that's a strength you already have. And as I say, I still feel like maybe do you need to use it more or develop it fully or create more balance with it? I'm not sure yet. Right, the 10 of Wands is the challenge. So I said originally that could be taking on feeling responsible for others, potentially, that you feel it. Even if you don't act upon it, you may feel it. So I've got the deck up right. Yeah, 10 of Wands. Why is that there? Okay, I'm going to take that. Page of Pentacles, reliability. I mean, the Page of Pentacles is very responsible, aren't they? So that does make sense. And it's in reverse, so it almost feels like biting off more than you can chew there, doesn't it, really? With it in reverse. Anything else for the challenge with the gift, which is the 10 of Wands? And you've got quite a few here. You have 3 of Cups, celebration. I mean, that's a card of support, friendship. 4 of Wands, unity. Again, that feels like like the same energy of the 3 of Cups. It's like keeping everything together. Are you like the foundation of your friendship groups, family groups, at work? Are you the one that everybody relies on to hold everything together? And then 7 of Wands, bravery. Are you the one that always stands up for everyone, but who stands up for you? Or do you not need that? Are you so good at standing up for yourself that you don't need anybody to do that? I'm just going to get 1 for the 7 of Wands on its own. But again, I stick by what I feel, that the challenge may be that you may feel the need, or you may actually take on too much responsibility at times. Right, so just the 7 of Wands on its own. I'm going to try that again because I wasn't concentrating. 7 of Wands on its own. There we go. So you have the 6 of Swords, detachment, and then you have the Moon, concealment. It feels like that's, yeah, where others look to you to figure things out. So 6 of Swords is a card that's often known of being about moving to calmer waters. The Moon is the unknown, isn't it? The fears. It's like you may be like a bit of a protector in a way. People may look to you as a protector, and that's a responsibility that you feel that you have to fulfill. And as much as I said, yeah, it looks like the strength and how you can use the gift for others is conflict resolution, but there's got to be a balance as well, where you are not taking on too much. So we'll leave that there. So that was the challenge. The challenge, I feel, maybe where you either take on too much responsibility physically, mentally, or people look to you too much, and yeah, they need to get their own shit together in a way. So let's look at the Knight of Swords and 6 of Swords as how you can make the most of the gift that you have, develop it, enhance it, improve it. And I said it's speaking your truth, but knowing when to sort of walk away and leave others to it. But let's see what comes up here. So you have the Page of Swords, which they refer to as inspection. You've got the Three of Wands, which they refer to as patience. Hopefully you can see that clearly. I know there's quite a bit going on here. Anything else? I think I know what this means already, actually. Anything else? Page of Cups again, inventiveness, and we'll get one more. If it will come out. You have Three of Swords, disappointment, and of course we're left on a cliffhanger, so I'm just going to get one for that Three of Swords card. I think I know what this means actually already. Right, we've got Queen of Wands, Queen of Wands, determination. So with the Page of Swords, sometimes it's about observation. So in certain situations, if there are conflicts, you may need to take a step back. I mean, yes, you have the ability to resolve conflicts, to heal, etc. Observation can be about observing the situation to sort of be better equipped to deal with it. It can also be observing the situation to see whether you actually do need to step in or not. You may not need to step in. It may be a case of other people needing to fix their own problems, to be honest, because we had that issue in the challenge where you may take on too much responsibility. I mean, Three of Wands here is patience. It feels a bit like observation as well for me, because if you think of the standard Three of Wands in tarot, it's somebody sitting back waiting for their ship to come in, isn't it? They're sort of observing, like standing back, looking off into the horizon, sort of seeing what's going on. So that could be, again, about kind of observing things and seeing what's happening. The Page of Cups here, it feels again like vulnerability, but it feels more like the vulnerability of others. And you've got the Three of Swords next to it, disappointment. I would say it's sort of, there have to be boundaries. If you're a healer or you are someone who is generous, because I believe I said generosity was the main thing here. I mean, it's pretty obvious, isn't it, that you have to have that balance of giving, not giving too much and not letting, I mean, if you are an empath, for example, with that Give Love card, it's not letting that get to you so much that you feel like you need to take on the responsibility of that. So having a bit of a boundary there as well. And even if you are a healer, it's we can only heal, you can only sort of heal people who do their part as well. It shouldn't all be on you. Even if you are hired as a healer, they have to be willing and involved. Like, say, for example, if someone has counselling, it's not about the counsellor, psychologist, psychiatrist, whatever, fixing them. It's about the psychologist or psychiatrist giving them the tools to heal themselves. So they have to play their part as well. They can't just leave it all to you and expect you to fix everything. For them. It's about building up their own resilience and tapping into their ability to heal themselves as well, even if you are the main person taking on the role of healer. I mean, even if you healed someone physically, is it necessarily that you literally do whatever you've got to do and it fixes them? I don't think it is. I think it's that, yes, you are a huge part of it, but it's about their body responding to your energy, isn't it? And it's something within them that has to respond to you that then helps to heal them. Hopefully that makes sense to you. So yeah, for how you can develop this further, again, if it's situations with conflict resolution, be honest with yourself, take a step back, observe, and then by doing that, you can figure out the best path forward, whether it is to walk away. What's the most appropriate and potentially peaceful way to deal with things? How can you get the best outcome in the situation that isn't putting too much burden on you? Hopefully that makes sense. We're going to get a final message now from the Unicorns deck. Hope that makes sense. I know what I'm trying to say, but sometimes it's hard to know if it comes across in the way that you are trying to say it. So final message from the Unicorns deck for the third set of cards, which was the crystal ball. And isn't it interesting how the one with the crystal ball gets witch? So yeah. Final message from the Unicorns deck. If anything will come out. On the plus side, all of my candles are protected today. Something had to be done because the cards kept on hitting the candle. So yeah. Anything else? we will take this one. You have, or is it two? You've got two. So we have celebration, a positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success, enjoy your achievements. Okay, that's an unusual one to get for this. And we have goddess, honor your divine feminine energy, see your inner beauty, love every part of you. And that feels like that's with that give love card. I mean, feminine energy is generosity, isn't it? It's receptivity, but it's generosity as well. Think about the Empress in the tarot. She's known for being generous, loving, giving, affectionate. Let's just see what's on the bottom of the deck as well. You've got leadership on the bottom. So I don't know if that's relevant to anybody. It says, step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. And with this celebration card, I did say again at the beginning that if there's anyone out here who has this ability to be generous, that's your gift, is being generous, being a healer. Pay attention to this one where it says celebrate your success, enjoy your achievements. If you do have any doubts about your abilities, then trust in that and celebrate your success. Celebrate. You may have doubts about it, or you may not even feel it's a gift, to be honest. Sometimes when people have healing abilities, it feels more like a burden, doesn't it? So don't sort of knock yourself. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully that was helpful to you. Thank you for watching, and there's not really much more else to say. I mean, I will say like, share, comment on the video if you want to. You're welcome to subscribe to the channel as well. If you want to book a personal reading, which only group number 3 is going to hear because I didn't say it for the other groups. If you want to book a personal reading, see the description box below the video. Other than that, thank you for watching the Halloween special and take care.